Their
He's
teleporter
going to have
died
the op
fast.
here. Mate, the Chamber's got the op here. NRG on defense, NRG on attack. What? NRG on defense, Furia on attack.
What we saw a lot from them was actually weaker holds of the sites themselves. They would play to stay alive.
Your favorite comp at the moment on this?
More attention on controlling.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone's using it.
In the middle of
a
the
Viper Vice, Raze, Fade.
This looks pretty classic from NRG on the map, where they just stay alive in all these little nooks and crannies as long as possible, make it really uncomfortable.
What the hell's missing?
To plant the spike, and then beat them when they get bored of you.
Jesus,
exactly
mate, that is a lockdown. They called to push through the smoke into like the biggest crossfire ever.
Take 3 kills in this pistol round for NRG.
Game plan worked perfectly
Omen, Viper,
With
Vice, Raze.
out right side sight from that smoke. I
missing
did
the
not
fade, I
see
didn't
if
say
there
fade.
was supposed to be a
Dude,
flash
my brain's
or a dart
mowing.
or some other tool to follow that one up, but all 3 went through together, and I don't think anyone is actually looking.
It's the Paper X comp, yeah, Paper X comp, but Vice for a Sage, right?
That fight there.
Yeah, I mean, you just
kind of like the Sage though. I don't mind the Paper X comp. It's probably the closest to what I would like.
Not much you can do if you're Furia and just walking through a smoke into the meat grinder.
Yeah,
maybe you don't need a Vice yet.
All of these tools
with how teams are playing,
where you can actually fight.
We'll see.
Buy time for their rotates to come in.
Yeah, these kind of nice, man. They just looked at this map and they went, well, I'm looking at all these corners and I can just throw 3 knives instantly over towards the sides and get great info and stop a like straight up side heads.
Back in lobby.
The KO makes a lot of sense. Subax, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 8 maps.
From Furia, watch how Shy is already moved up towards Bend. You're going to see him activate a lot through the mid space and sort of play this map almost. I would say almost kind of, a lot of people have compared this map to Corrode, but I see some similarities too to a Pearl controlling mid as a solo lurker, having those 2 major avenues to work through.
I think the biggest difference is that as a solo lurker, it's a little bit higher risk of getting re-cleared into that space from the other avenue, whereas Pearl, it's pretty isolated. If you win one fight, you kind of earn that space permanently.
Well, Sai's already up here as Koala Noob will die. He dashed up and around the Cypher trip on the ground, and Brock is fully prepared for that mid lurk. Good awareness out from him to recognize that mid has been something NRG
only the one death?
Really thought about at all in this round, and
only the one death.
These Spectres online.
Not bad at all.
4
Get
kills
close to that
out of
Sovereign,
Brock.
close to that Brimble.
From the Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, pretty great start
Close to
for
a
him.
KO on attack, that's pretty much it.
Bit harder on the defensive side of this map to actually fight forward for most of those
Tribot armor, that's fine.
Likely won't see that one still for a bit later into this game. But I want to go back to some of the things you were bringing up there, right? The chamber lurks through mid. And for NRG, they showed kind of 2 halves of their defensive side when they played this map against MIBR.
Bro. I'm not even kidding.
One is kind of
You
what
just
you
say the
saw
P90.
on that defense, where they're playing deep in sights, smoking up, and then refighting. The other was when later on they tried to actually hard anchor and fight much more forward around this Brim utility. Both those looked very good for them.
That's such a throwback one.
I just have to draw your eyes, Mimi, to a round 3 op purchase from Mata. Holding over on that A site,
yeah,
relatively
nice angle
alone,
over towards
NRG.
A.
Something that you'll see them
Take
do
mid,
is actually break this
drop
door
the
down
wall,
on the defense stop
especially if you have a triple or a camera that can spot
lane,
this. You're going to see a lot of defense. Probably you're going to see more defenders break this than you will attackers.
NRG did a lot when they were playing Corrode as well. They love to allow
that's
an
nice.
extra free lane
Little
to be held by
vision
Mata and stack their actual
into
players
shock.
elsewhere.
And Brock's just happy to be hanging out here. His teammate Ethan is jiggling this angle to see a player and then send that shock dart through because the door has the gap in it. Very easy to support with some utility.
And then the recon behind. Wait, that's good as well.
Hold this pathway in through Link.
So with losing mid control, NRG's prio on the B site now.
They're happy after breaking the recon that they create pressure over towards here. And then they go for a B split with the passive pressure from the question mark they created. Hey, this is a good run from Furia. Knife close to see if anyone's main. Knife back, they all dodge it.
In the previous series, played
it's a great round from them.
But it was deep in the half where he started playing aggro.
Did they get wrecked by the trips?
Behind his smokes. That's the setup he's looking for now.
Shock broke one.
He was absolutely killer in these positions.
Mate, I'm telling you, Koala Noob is going to have the roughest
supports
half.
As well. Chucks in a flash for the quick reposition. Look how nimble Scuba is on the site. On the opposite side of this box, it's a playground for him. He's having the time of his life.
Pulled so much time on this.
Miserable. Yeah, we're not even able to plant the spike. There's still darts on the ground. There's everything.
Pistol into a bonus, and the bonus has 4 people surviving, so the gun upgrades are here.
You could not ask for a better bonus round. They look so comfortable here. Furia tried to create problems
Do I
on
get a
the map
share
by
of the
putting
mod
that pressure in
money?
mid.
Holy, might be time to remove your
NRG
mod.
effectively didn't care. The door was closed.
He's asking for too
they
much.
had a player in position to contain, and they just sat backside B and waited.
What do the other mods
Gosh,
think?
you can see the value of the Cypher pick here. And the whole idea behind NRG's comp is having both the Brim smokes, which last longer than everyone else's, that are thicker, and then the Cypher cages to just stay alive and dance around on sites.
In some ways, it's kind of similar
Honestly,
to the
the Odin over
them, where there's always a tool to keep fighting.
The Odin over
Hudson.
towards middle,
Shot
I
on
do
the
think
rough,
it might
starting
be
to
a
see
thing
around
that
the
you just
trade is
passive
pretty swift.
spam
Only
this
7 HP on
line,
Art too, so hard to
but it through the
much
wall
done
so
with
you
that.
can't
And
get
by the
spammed
way,
back
the
properly.
operator NRG bought last round.
Like I could see that being a
you thought
thing.
maybe that would be the difference.
7 HP farts.
Didn't
have to
even
use
shoot
it.
a bullet. So now Furia like, oh, I guess
You're
we
putting
have to deal with
co-workers
that
on each
too.
other, so
we-
you already consider him a
we wanna, like,
co-worker.
slowly
Oh,
play
okay.
into them to deal with their
I mean, that-
utility,
you
but
just
if we
answered
do
the
that, we're just
question,
gonna
no?
get opt. But if we go fast,
Shock
then
misses
Scuba's just
the
gonna do what he did
camera.
to us there.
Yeah.
It's a head scratcher.
And well, if you want to slow play mid control, now there's a threat that the op is going to be there. In their last game, NRG loved either having Mata early on those mid lines or later in the round, flashing him back in through space like bend to be able to fight with that op.
Well, you'll see sometimes these
They do a
smokes in
corrode
garden
default,
are
yeah, they do.
pretty useful to go on lurk timings. This time, though, Art just completely spotted out. He's trying to pull some attention over, while Calm works the B side with the spike. But again, the setup is so hard to break, because even if you break that initial tripwire, there's still a camera. And a lot of the time, I've seen Scuba just throwing deep trips all the time. Now, he is isolated back here, but still has perfect coverage.
Chat,
With
there's
his
wall
trip
back
and the angle
aside.
he's holding.
And he's holding down
can't-
the most important space.
Is there a
as well, so it's
spam
really bad
through
fight
this with
if
an
they
Odin
can
or
fight
not?
up into it. But when he holds it, it's
See this?
easy
See
for
the
his
lockers
teammates to
on his
flood
right
behind
here?
him and make
Can you
this
spam that?
retake simple.
Or not, with an Odin, like this guy
Simple
here.
is exactly what
Above
you
the
get there.
little-
2 kills
little
out from
box.
Kiko. And the defuse, so he's just going to be one away from his own ultimate. And you're talking about the position Scuba was
Ask
in just
Brock.
there, and while you will see
Hey,
him play
Brock's not
there
here.
solo sometimes, it's not
You
even
can't
so
spam,
easy
not
to go
even
take
heavy.
the fight to him, because sometimes you're just going to have Ethan on a quick rotate, drop down right next to him, play there
looks-
in
it
tandem,
looks
and
like
then be
heavy
flashing out from
spammable.
that side too. So it's just really tough to actually flush out that angle.
What a camera skew. They just don't know about that camera skew.
I didn't think "skew" would be the shorthand.
Hey, you know what? It is now. It's better than Ba.
Yeah, fair enough. Talk of the variants, though. This round, NRG go for a heavy fight in mid. B
The
is
wall's too
completely
thick.
open.
You reckon? It looks spammable.
Yeah, really
It's
interesting
close.
setup from NRG. Trying to disrupt any of the planning Furia were coming in.
But one Brim smoke on B main is such a huge threat that Furia doesn't feel like they can excel. They don't know what's going on mid still.
The group
There
up
could very
over
easily
towards
be
B.
a waylay
NRG
and a
want to
KO
fight
behind
over
that, ready
towards
to pop
middle.
flash out. NRG are stacked in mid, but they've been
Wait,
very
this is
quiet
kind of
thus
cool.
far.
Camera,
But Furia look like
passive,
they
and
do
then you
wanna
late
re-exec.
swing.
The
Maybe they had a
question is,
flash on
do
top
NRG
of
get
it as well.
wise to it? Already,
Holding this
Scuba
angle.
rotating over
Let's
towards
see
the
if
B
anyone's
site.
lurking up right side.
Door
Full retake on
closed.
this. Kiko
Scuba's
gets a
gonna
kill,
have
gets his
to
ult.
find his way down into drop. Interesting that Basic hasn't used the null command yet. Held on to that one, and there's not even any utility on this site. Scuba left all that over on the A side. But now this patience means that NRG have 5 bodies now onto the site. Furia never wanted to hit into this. Instead, changing their mind, trying to dodge away, but if they go back towards A, that's exactly where all the Cypher utility has been left. Even up in A link, you've got this camera
None of lockers
spotting
can be
out any
spammed.
kind of lurk
a
options
shame.
through mid.
Cam is really gross. But the operator might
Just
be the
palm
bigger
there with an
problem in this
Odin
round.
when you have to fall back would be
If
good.
that door is still open towards A, Mata is there with an op. There's very little time for Furia to make something happen.
You'd imagine they had some
20
kind of
seconds on
shock
the
darts to break
They're
this
just going to
wall.
have to send some bodies at the problem. The dash
Ooh.
over and a critical miss.
Koala
Keeps
actually
Koala
gets
in this round.
Koala actually gets a chance
Down
to play this
10
round.
seconds now getting disrupted
He
by
might
the
get a kill.
tripwires. But with that operator being taken out of the equation, the site has been bought now for Furia. Good control here in the post plan as well. Realizing Kiko is on the flank, courtesy of the trip. So basically every angle from Furia has now been doubled up upon. And the operator, in Shy's hand, just lights out to any flank attempt out of Kiko.
And with only 2 left alive in these positions, they'll just wait and see if they can get any gun on the way out. Nice one picked up for
Wide
Scuba
thing on
as
the-
he retreats. And for Furia, that round
The
looked
brim over
so
the
bad to
Omen
start.
and the Astra.
Trying
Not
to go
entirely
into that
sure.
B hit had to be
Could be
Shooter.
something
Had
to do with the
basically no
A. They
time
have like
left
a
on the
good
clock, and
round that they want to
honestly,
do with
NRG
the A,
made
or
pretty good
the
pace
molly
on those
maybe on
rotates.
defense also.
You
Like
do have to
this
call
little
out that
chokes.
missed shot
Good
from
for
Mata.
like
If he
hard
hit that
delay.
kill
I always
onto
think the
crossing
Omen's better,
waylay,
unless they really
could
like
have
rate
looked
the
at a bit of a
20-second
different
smokes,
round
which they
instead.
might.
He falls alone towards CT, can't hold the door open.
I don't have a good answer for you, really.
Stunning shots from players like Basic
I would
and
always play an
Koala.
Omen, but...
Get Furia into this game. And that's
Well,
really the
actually,
key
if
of
it's
the
solo
style
smokes,
that
I'm
NRG
playing an
is
Astra.
playing. They always need the door held
I wouldn't
open.
play
They
solo
always
smokes
need
on
that
this.
player backside that they can flood into. As soon as that space falls, it is so hard for them to actually play retake. It's just incredibly difficult to root that player out.
So different start to this round from
They
Furia.
feel like they create pressure over
Looking into
towards
mid
B. I'm looking at
early
Ethan.
on.
Is he going to go through on
We
this?
do have two ops on the table. Shy holding on to the attack op on his side. Mata over on A Link. No one came here last round, but this
Holy.
time we've got plenty of
mean,
Furia members
Is he... Oh,
getting ready
good
to
timing.
move on forward.
going over towards middle. It's
This
going
could
to
be a
clear
big
close.
disruption for
But this
them
was
as
pretty
well.
good.
Especially
Basic
catch
shot it
the
from
solo
far back.
smokes on the other side. Is that just a Hunter's Fury? Ripped out from Brock. Trying to spot some players and post up Mata on this angle. It's a nice idea. Fortunately for them, the shot just goes a little bit wide. It's actually staying on the line. One
No
of the second go at
smokes.
things, and it pays off
No
beautifully.
smokes, and they're
And look at
doing a
Ethan on
B
the other
split.
side. He's embedded
There's too many
forward
angles
into
here,
B
surely.
main. Sure, Furia have a sight, but down a man, this position is deadly.
Yeah, they're completely divided, and they have this space, but you don't really
The
know where
waylay on
you're
the summit
supposed to
doesn't
go.
feel great.
There could be
Yeah,
players in so many
I
different
can't
angles,
imagine
so
Koala's
trying
been
to
putting up
wait for
numbers
someone to
on
rotate through
attack
mid,
on
see
this
if he
at
can catch
all.
a timing, but
Like on defense, I
with
can
only 30 seconds
I get
left,
it, but
a decision will have to be made.
on
And
attack,
unfortunately for Furia, it's just not
I
strong
feel like I
enough.
would hate
So the
Koala
skies
noobs roll.
open up just to stall out, add yet another layer onto this.
Winnable.
Shy will collect on one. And now with Ethan taken out from main, there's a real shot left in this round for Furia.
Yeah, he gets
Door now getting
another
closed.
go to try get some kills there.
The spike plant
Didn't
will
have
just
to
be
hard
one away
exec.
from the Hunter's Fury. And NRG still have to take their time to find an angle back in.
One player through drop, the rest flooding out backside off that wall.
The red carpet laid out now for NRG. Dart broken. Koala, a nuisance in this corner. Dodging just away from the utility, but Mata was still prepared for it. And that is absolute perfection from Mata.
Brock.
Brock holds down left
That's
click,
so dumb.
sees this round through.
It's incredible how NRG always make these rounds look controlled.
You're welcome.
They had to give up sight there. They had to play retake. Furia looked like they had a way back in
Single
once
duelist
Ethan was
waylay.
dead.
Dude, single
But
duelist
even still,
waylay.
the execution
You just
on the
have to
slow
have
retake
the
is
perfect
just
map
too
for
good
it.
from NRG.
I feel like single duelist
Mata
waylay,
freezes,
if you got
is
3
rewarded with a pick with that
safe
operator.
paths
As Koala swings the right side.
on each site, I can get on board with it.
It's clear
Good comms, Ethan. Good comms, bro.
that they put a lot
I
of time
just
into
don't
this
think there's
map.
any safe paths on
I mean,
this.
they've said it, right? Been practicing it for a
Like
month now.
Sunset is like the only map at the moment where I'm like,
Blew out
I like it.
MIBR last week,
I
and
get it.
that made this map veto interesting, right? Furia chose to go onto Summit. Clearly, they have been working on it themselves, and having some tape, you can work against that. And so you come into this, and the ideas from NRG is to play very heavy stall on the sites a lot of the time.
Yeah.
The problems
Yeah, I
that the
can't really
Brimstone
understand
and
why they
Cypher
picked the
cages
map at the moment.
can
You feel
impose,
like
but
it would be anti-stuff,
it
but
doesn't seem like
it looks
they've
like they're just kind of
actually
struggling.
come up with a plan, at least on this attack side so far.
No, and the risk to me when I was looking at the map veto earlier today was that, sure, you've seen them play once, but that was an MIBR who basically gambled that they wouldn't have to play the map. I didn't think they had
What
much
about
theory for
Arena?
what they
Mate,
showed
come on now.
on their game here on Summit.
There's just better
You didn't
agents.
even really get to watch NRG's attack side at all because they were so dominant in that game as well. Like, this was a pretty big risk for Furia to take, and well, at this early venture, it's not looking great so far.
The conversation during the timeout around putting together a buy here, which they do have, courtesy of Shy's tour de force. Ready to throw that online. And the staple of this attack side is making sure he has the op, but hasn't really been a huge factor. What is that? That just spam from Bend over into Tiles. Catches out Koala right off the rip.
Mate, imagine you play
Koala's just having
Prax.
a tough time at things right now.
No one uses the Odin,
1
apart from
in
this
7
guy.
so far. You don't even get to
You play
this
Prax
round.
and
He's
you can
been
just get
sort of
away with so
cannon
much. You
fodder
can
sent
stroll
in
around corners,
a
you're
lot of
absolutely
these
fine.
rounds where
You go into an
follow-up, the
official and you
second
just
and
can't
third
even
entries
turn
just
around corners. This
hasn't been
guy's
finding
spamming
trades
for a
behind
wall,
him.
man.
And with the way that NRG is playing, not having dive and trying to get through
Tagging's just outrageous in this game.
feels almost impossible.
Yeah, maybe they can get creative with some Omen teleports or work the map a little bit more.
Look how different this one is too. Instead of hard anchoring back towards B, it's Mata posted forward with the op. A retake setup around the Cypher over on A, being able to flood back sight off those strips.
Basically just ceding control over mid here. The heavy anchor behind the Cypher utility. That's got to be frustrating when you walk around the map. You've already lost a player, and NRG just refused to give you any fair fights anywhere on the map. It's just full control from the Cypher utility and players hiding behind it, ready to work off of it. So here's the teleport into the site. Let's see Artson
nice TP.
get in front of things, and Com sends the ult into it as well. It's a huge investment from Furia down a player.
Behind the chamber lock.
You've
Dude,
still got
everyone
lurks
might
on
be
the
dead
other
before the
side.
chamber
You
lock
still need to
actually
plant the
activates there.
spike as Brock sets that one down into the open. Alert back into spawn. With a little bit of tying bot here, Shy can try to work on
He's
this
going to
flank.
go a different way.
And he'd be the
No
absolute
way.
thorn in the
But
side
I
of
mean, he might have
NRG.
2 kills there.
If he can get here before the retake gets underway. And it's a long trek to make, and he whiffs! Shy stabilizes for a moment, but it's still NRG with the shots on the other
kills
side.
Common, he
Artson
wasn't
sprinting forward
focusing.
now to 1-on-2. And he is
Holy
out
bro,
of it as
they got to
well.
win that round.
This round just falls to
They gotta win
pieces
that
for
round.
Furia. They send 3 or 2 ultimates into it rather, and come up with nothing.
That was the chance. That was the round that they needed, and again, ripped away by NRG. Mata on a late flank
Failed
of
to
his
clear.
own.
Dude, there's so many corners
One
over
up
towards the middle. It's
Shy.
such a new map that,
Should have been
yeah,
the man in
it happens.
this round, who
Yeah.
should have been able to get those 2 kills in spawn.
Yeah, Shy's got to get 2 here.
I mean, Brock, I think, gets 2 spam kills with the Odin because he got the planter as well later on.
He does it on a
Oh,
timing.
that was just coming around
He
the
does it
corner.
from barrier down timing, so when you
there,
get to
you
the
just-
corner
you can't
full
miss
run,
the
you're going to
shots.
get spammed. That's so sick.
And now the money is chalked, the ultimates are gone.
Anything good? Anything good here that Furia have to work with? I guess
Koala's
they've
got a
some,
hero gun.
Yeah?
Hey,
I
they
mean,
got
they've
an
a few.
Omenal.
They're fully
Omenal's
buying
incredible
into
on
this
this
one.
map. Look at that.
4
Look at
light
their
armors for
spawn.
Furia. Just hoping against hope they can come up with something here. But now you're even scared to just walk mid because of the threat of Brock. He's signposting with the drone, like, come and get me. Like, good luck, guys.
Always creating that threat.
I mean, Shy has found a gap, but, well,
Gets
there
so
are
many
actually
fast
no
kills
gaps.
right now.
I mean,
The report has come in.
the last game was all about their
Okay.
hard anchoring. This one's just been giving
Poor
a kill
Koala
at the
knew.
start.
Brock is sitting in a
Where-
corner
like,
like
where's
he's
he meant to
playing
go
with
here,
the-
though?
With the judge, except it's
So
an
dumb.
Odin.
It's not a good comp.
Okay.
Just Brock things.
Okay. So, Basic, you having fun?
Oh, that's 80 damage.
Oh, well, that's 132 damage. Quick math.
You should at least use some ults into this, though, right?
Something
Like,
tells
it's your
me
big buy run
we're
before you
gonna
have
move
to
into the next round
eco.
here.
They don't even omen
Really? What's
ult or
that?
like fake
The
an
fact
omen
that all
ult.
5 members of
There's
Furia are dead.
literally
Okay.
Yeah.
maybe even
that's
10
smart.
spots you could omen ult.
Wow.
This was a disgusting round. Look at that.
Use
from
an omen
Kiko.
ult.
When they're not hard anchoring, they're just coming constant.
It's just pixels.
He
Little
was around
pixels,
the
full
corner while
blinded
droning.
players. Oof.
And they're just getting laughed at.
Okay, I don't want to jump the gun on this, but I'm going to jump the gun.
Uh-huh.
So NRG, Corrode came out, and they
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
decided they were going to become the best Corrode team in the world,
Yeah.
best Summit team in the world.
It seems like they're trying to make that decision right now.
They've only lost 5
Alta
rounds of
Gage
Summit.
is the best Summit
ever
team at the
in their
moment, man.
history.
Everyone's playing so much different stuff that
Could
I got
be.
no idea.
Can't debate that one.
Maybe we need to wait for champs,
Sure.
but already making a good case for being the best in Americas, that's for sure.
Quick reminder, Furia picked this.
Yeah, they chose to suffer like this. And the suffering continues. Quick kill, quick
so
stun.
many fast kills.
Sliding on back. Door closed, but there's still the shock darts down through mid. Don't think that one connected.
I would
but
guess
the threat is always
that
there.
In practice,
Reminder: this entire
Koala
thing started
Noob
because NRG,
never went positive on
after their run
attack
at
in any
London,
practice.
thought that Summit
Because
was in the
where
map
is he
before
meant to?
EWC.
Where's he meant to go?
We're scrimming
Which it wasn't,
Chat.
for the record.
Yep.
You're a
Wasn't
waylay.
They
Say
scripted the whole
say
time
you get
regardless.
super fortunate
this
and they
map
smoke you
in
off
the
in this
anticipation of
choke.
playing it 3 weeks ago. And guess what? They didn't have
Where
to.
am I
Just
going
3
that
more
is
weeks of
safe?
prac on top of that.
Dash,
And so
dash.
far,
I'm out in the
far and away, it
open.
looked like
Dash,
the strongest
dash.
Summit team in America.
I'm kind of behind the box, but
Okay,
if anyone's
over 2.
closer on site, I'm dead.
Time to
Dash,
avenge yourself,
dash
Nada.
on the box. Dash
Shot earlier in the
into
round,
the
but-
open here.
2 missed ones means a plant now for Furia. Unfortunately, there's not much left behind.
where am
now
I
the
going?
goal command on top of
Into
everything
default,
else.
maybe?
And NRG just continue their advance. Basic trying to fight back against it, but
You got to bait.
now the spike has been tapped. The spike's just being held on the other side.
Mate, your rolls to
Basic
go
is
in
not
first.
even close to the right position for this.
I think he's done
Even
good
if
to
he
get
was,
a
it
kill at
wouldn't
the
matter.
moment.
That is now 8-1 the scoreline for NRG. And to add insult to injury, they get the revive on Ethan on top of it all.
He's so back. I've been incredibly impressed with
Dude,
not
who
just
did
the
they beat in
dominance with
prac
which
to
NRG
lock
is
in a
winning, but
solo waylay
in a
and then
variety of
pick it?
different ways. I think the first few rounds felt a lot like the MIBR game. There was similar ideas of playing heavy backside B, flooding in together, and waiting for the forward fight and punishing it.
Yeah! We got what everything. A teammate! What a teammate! Let's go!
But
So
now
Want
we
to close
see
the
to get
doors
back into
mid
the
as
fight.
defense? Yeah.
these aggressive rounds.
Maybe not at the beginning though.
The rounds
Like
where
once
it's
they
just
smoke
early
off and
optics
it looks like they're about to actually
different
take
ideas
deeper
to
middle,
vary where their
then you're
sentiment
kind of
is,
closing it.
where they're
A lot of
fighting
times, like
forward
the
in these
higher,
early rounds,
lower,
where
extra
they're playing
angles,
these more
nice.
passive ideas.
You probably want to keep it
Sort of
open for like
super
20
active
to
approach to
50
defense.
seconds, depending on how fast they go.
I just don't think Fury's been able to get anything close to a register on it.
And I'd love to know what the problem solving can be for
Could also
them,
do some
because
kind of
they
bait
called a
mid with
timeout,
it as
I
well.
believe,
But
after round 4, won that, and then it was 4 more lost in a row. But I think they've just
put him
really
on Jet.
struggled. I
Mate,
think in
he
these
would have a
slower
much better
rounds, like
time on
NRG
Jet.
are
At least he
using
can
pixel
smoke
angles, whether
himself
it's
as he
the spam
dashes
from Brock
in.
or the operator. I'm just not sure if slow play is going to be a solution for them, even though I think that's kind of how you want to operate
Yeah,
with
the
the
issue
chamber.
is that if you try and fast hit against this composition, then you're going into a KO knife, a Brim
Yeah.
Molly.
Yeah,
It's
the
just tough
KO,
because
the
they're
KO,
so
going
we're
up
getting
against the
diffed
KO,
on
it
all the
really
duels,
limits the
right?
amount of stuff you
Yep.
can do.
Slow rounds aren't working. Quick
But
rounds
you
aren't
at least
working.
have to like
You're not winning in the fight.
go outside of the zone, wait for it, and then hit.
tough to find a solution.
They
See if
practice
Shaw came up
C9.
with
That's
anything.
crazy for me.
Just three more rounds to go here against the defense, and then
God's sake.
maybe it's a sigh of relief for Furia. They can play it a little bit more calmly on the defense side. And it will be a quick look. NRG, we have a chance to listen to them now as they hold this B site.
Where's he meant to go?
Nice one. Yeah. Good retake. Oh, really, bro? 80, 80.
Yo, go
Leave
for
in
it,
heaven, in heaven, in heaven, in
I'm
smoke.
a- okay, I'm gonna drop. Joining up, let's
100%
go.
he's in there.
Okay, I'm gonna flash you guys out spawn. Can you go for a peek?
I'm going pit with up. I'm going pit with up.
Ready to go? Yeah, go,
He's fighting front pit,
Flashing.
guys.
3,
Front pit.
2,
He's still gonna. He's gonna go pit now.
Oh,
I
okay,
have it. I have it.
Yo, slow, guys, slow.
I have your back,
I'm
yeah.
a dart through the window.
Flashing through, Jim. Wait.
Tell me when you guys are ready for a dart.
One.
Are you ready for a dart? Dart.
Mid sight and left, right? Or
Yeah,
B
mid
main
side.
and front
Some
sight.
pings, some
B
pings,
main and front sight.
some pings.
Holding backside. Holding backside, Pete.
Adam, you need to swing your
backside,
wall.
I'm
He's gonna be optic. Can you wall to get out? He's
When you
peeking
use
backside.
them,
Be main off.
Off.
Bad.
Right.
Three,
Peek together,
2,
guys.
1. Wait.
Oh.
You got him, bro.
Nice.
6. Nice, bro. Nice,
Nice.
guys.
Time as well.
Wow.
Fuck,
bro.
wow.
Yeah, that's a
right
nice
down to the
retake.
wire, into the one-on-one, but Mata will
At least
stick
he used
this
his
one
omen ult
through
as well.
and take
Like,
a
at least they're trying
ninth
some
round
stuff.
now for NRG. It seemed like maybe that Furia did everything they needed to do. You had Art diving forward, getting deep up on the omen to get the early kill. But then still they got dismantled on the retake.
And that was the right play for Art. Controlling that space backdrop is so good against a team playing retake. But I think that the critical miss there for Furia was that instead of having people up there with him, watching the other fight through spawn, he was basically alone fighting back site, and the rest of the team was either off site or kind of alone on the actual site itself. And so it ended up being, as soon as he dies, the rest of these players are just disconnected and get chipped away at one by one.
Well, in case you're watching, in case you're just listening and not watching, we do have a tech pause.
EU?
See
Oh,
on
he's
your
having
screen
a
here.
he's having a
It's like we're
successful hate
investigating
watch for
something
sure.
on the Furia side. Let's get some word on that in the future. But I think that I don't know. For me, this is a very odd game.
My guy for sure is thinking I would
honestly,
never have let this comp
like
pass.
I'm looking at it, and they've just found
There's
almost
no way I
no
would have let
success
this comp
on
through.
their entries, right? Koala having a tough game after a fantastic Breeze, has been struggling more. So there we have Art taking a lot more into his own hands, right? He's actually playing almost like primary entry once Koala dashes back on the waylay. And that actually worked to some extent. Like, I think that's something they could have been doing a little bit earlier, is trying to get him online.
I agree with you. I did like to see it. I think that the issue has been, even when they have advantages, even when they get into a post plant, it's been, again, the control that NRG is showing in their approach to these very late round retakes. When Furia is trying to fight deep and disrupt, I think a lot of the time it hasn't looked quite on the same page, and NRG has been able to, with one little bit of
demoralized
space,
here? Oh
open
yeah,
that
for
up,
sure.
fight together, and dismantle these post
The
plant
bold one to
positions
pick
from
this
Furia.
for.
And to me, a lot of that just looks like time on the map, time committed to playing together, to knowing the angles, knowing how to trade here. All those little things have looked better for NRG, and you add that up to a really well-called macro defense.
What's the thought process of them
and
picking
you
it?
get a scoreline like this.
Yeah, it's
That they
always the
didn't have
details
enough
that have
time
defined
because they went to
NRG's play style.
EWC. They played it last week, man.
Through different generations, through different leaders.
To play it,
They've been
for them to
strong
play
on
it last
these
week
lines,
and to show
immediately
this
out
is
of the
mad.
Tech pause. It's a quick little dive idea from NRG, something they hadn't showed all game long. And this, again, plays into that idea of calling over the entirety of a half, is changing your looks and not allowing Furia to ever get comfortable at knowing what NRG's play is going to be.
Which run surprised you
see
more,
Brock even
EDG
sitting
Champs
back in
run or
spawn with
NRG?
Hunter's Fury off the
EDG's for sure.
contact of Ethan.
But the
Strong
NRG one
hold
wasn't
with
really surprising just because
Sentinel
of
and that
Bonkar, man.
Brimstone over on A as
Like,
well.
Bonkar's a great coach.
And the thing is that Fury have only found one part of
And
that.
NRG are already
They
starting
know
to
that there
look
was an
like
aggro neon
pretty
play B.
decent.
They know practically nothing else at this
the
point in
EDG
round.
one's mad because up until
Is there a
then, like sure
Brim
EDG
there?
had
Is
done
there a
like
Cypher
okay
holding behind? They just
performances.
don't know.
And meanwhile,
But
Furia, they throw a
they
smoke
just
over
hit a
towards
whole
Guardian
nother
to
level that we
connect,
hadn't seen.
Try and fake something on A, but NRG aren't fooled. They've got Cypher utility on that side. NRG instead trying to do something with the Hunter's Fury. Gets one tag on Art. NRG are very happy just to play for the retake. Eat up all this utility and now start connecting on some kills. Koala switches over into a rifle. And is stuck in the center of this site. Fury are trying to play forward instead of hiding back into main. As Calm has started wrapping back
I mean, they
through
win
in
this
on
round.
that late lurk. And
There's
Koala
no
will
way they
hold
can
his
lose
own
this.
tucked into the corner, staying alive behind the utility, behind the waves of smokes for the time being. But it's not going to be so easy. Now Calm's spot has been noted. Calm has been dealt with,
Guys,
and it is
how?
another beautiful
We
retake for
plant
NRG.
for B main,
It's
we
just
don't
so good.
prioritize the
way
main
that they are playing
position.
these retakes, they are
Like, is
ready for
main not just
everything there.
incredible
The
here?
positions on the site.
It's
The
a
late
literal
flank from Calm. Look
crossfire.
at the smile on Ethan's face.
Com plays
He
pretty
figures it out
early.
yet again.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the X's on the minimap. It's just all in that left corner of sight. Furia had no control in the post.
Oh.
That's how he got the opener for this one.
What the hell?
And because NRG are playing the deep positions on site, it doesn't really allow Furia to fight forward reliably. And that means that playing the post plant, you have no space, you're the ones out in open positions. That means you're vulnerable to utility. Furia just, apart from the one round that Art was
I mean,
teleporting forward and just won the
Com's getting
duel,
on the board
could
here,
not
right?
do
Because he has
anything about
so
it.
I think on the B post once they have to fight for space drop. The one round Art was there was the closest to a win on a B post punt.
Yeah, or work through mid and take some control
Sure.
outside a link on that right side lane of sight.
You just need that
An
second
early
avenue.
drone, man. Why would they be droning mid so
haven't had it all
early?
game.
They don't
Seems
want
like that's
info,
just
they're
a
setting someone up.
Glaring issue in the
Go
game
dry
plan,
swing.
the post plants. One of the first things you need to be dialing in on a new map, and the other part is going to be your execs.
Dude,
This time,
honestly,
Art's in
maybe that is what he's meant to
second player
do.
in
Dash
is
in
good
and then
once
just get
more.
out of there and just
It'll
hope
be the
that
difference if
people
it's
can
gonna
get
be
through
there
the choke.
For Furia, as they now work into this site, the lasers providing a clear path forward, but now Ethan's come back through mid, and Koala was waiting for him. This is a much more calm approach from Furia, not rushing things yet.
And they whittled it down to Scuba.
Oh,
Ah.
come on.
Surely
Nah.
he's not a problem.
Okay, it's all good. No one panic.
It's all good. The second half ends on a high note for Furia. They'll get their second, maybe.
So 10-2 at the very end
The
there.
10-2 cast.
And this was a nice round from them.
mean,
These
that
are those
was-
ideas
that was
you're
kinda
talking about
nice.
with the dive
It's
in,
hard to hit.
The old mosquito stuff with that waylay and a second player to follow it up. The util was good to make the split happen.
Hey! We got this shit, boys! Come the fuck on!
It might feel like too little too late, but Koala really wants to believe.
I mean, they
2
could have an
rounds.
absolute
Is that
lockdown of
enough?
a defense.
We'll head to the second
Because
half.
the Wailer is going to be good on defense. They got the KO as well. That's going to be good. Defense-sided in Americas. I mean, I think it's defense-sided anyway, but I think if you're not playing a Viper, you're going to have a hard time on attack. You just have no pressure anywhere. Oh.
Dude.
Yo, what the hell?
Mimi, we heard in that poignant interview how
It was poignant,
how we had
wasn't it?
Mata and Scuba doing the opposite things, right? That first half we had NRG and Furia doing opposite things, and that was winning and losing.
Okay.
You think Furia can turn it around?
Get back to me and
Get back after the
few
pistol
rounds.
round. How
I
about
think
the pistol
their
round?
comp.
Yeah.
we can talk about it then.
I
Who's
think their
goes around?
comp
It's a
can
little bit
lock
tough,
down
but
defense.
We'll see
Let's
here.
see.
Obviously, NRG's defense, that is where they were absolutely thriving on this map. They look
Shy
absolutely
would
locked
have
in.
to go crazy
Maybe
and not
we'll
miss
see them
any
challenge
shots.
on the attack. We don't know yet.
Yeah, they barely had to play it in their last game, and well, there's very much a chance they might not have to very much play it here either. But let's see. Does Furia have something cooked up on defense? Is this where they shine?
4 sheriffs.
Now a little tag team approach in A-Link. But NRG,
We got to do 2 things right now if you're
right? In these
Furia.
early rounds, you
Win
wanna
the pistol,
see
obviously,
tendencies. They have
but I
no
think
tape to work
Com
on
needs a confidence
off
frag.
of how Furia want to play their defense side.
Like even just like a body shot with a sheriff.
Patience is always the key for NRG. And here it comes. Koala
Good info,
will
too.
slide on away. Catches the timing there.
And they're so slow. 40 seconds waned away as they break the door.
There we go.
Set it
Little
towards B. That's
double
Com's first kill.
double
There you
body
go, on
body
the
stand.
board, on the
That's what I'm
board here
talking
on the
about. They wait for the
defense
door
side.
to
Maybe
get shot as well and late
signal
peeks
some
out as they're
better
walking
times
through.
ahead
That's
for
pretty
Furia.
nice. He's on the board.
They'll still have to hold on
That's
to this
step
side
number
again.
1.
Not much utility to play
Now they
off
got to
of.
win the
They've
round.
got the chamber in the comp, so
Uh-oh.
it's time to win out some fights or get on out of here. And those fights are not won at all. NRG
And then they're
just
going to plant
mow
good for
down
B
the
main and
anchor
actually have good
for
off the
Furia.
plant positions.
And now
Of
you're
Of
looking
course
at
they are.
a couple of flashes. 0 point for basic. Some sharpshooters on the other side.
Has to be Koala, though. He's already gone thanks to Mata. Just an execution with these
That's
sheriffs.
just a-
NRG
Just a diff.
only lose
Just a-
one
just a
member, pick
knowledge
up an
diff.
easy pistol round. And when you contrast a first half where
Priority
those
1,
backside
2,
B
man.
anchors from NRG
Insta, plant
basically
for.
never die.
I mean, this might actually
They
be
were
1 as well.
stalwart,
Plant
they
for B main
always
straight
held
away.
here.
Not messing about with it.
Furious anchors just kind of fall over like spaghetti.
Yeah, but NRG also have, you know, utility they can play behind. They have a camera that gives them that forward information.
Furia
Stall
also
options
picked
too.
this map.
All for the
Yeah.
force on defense.
Well,
Double
Furia also
stinger.
forcing now because they just simply have to. No other option, but it's a miserable force. We're talking 2 stingers.
How did they pick this one?
Sheriffs.
I don't know, man. I don't know what their pracks are
Absolutely
like.
it, and now it's a
They must
perfect
have been
flash
popping
again,
in
catching
pracks.
off Art. There was a 3
I
stack
do think
on this
NRG
A
is
side,
good at
but
this map, I will say that.
NRG's utility has
Like, I'm pretty
completely
confident they're
divided
actually
Fury.
good on this map for sure.
Good news for them is
Like,
that
they've done a
Koala
lot of nice
somehow
stuff. It looks horrible
nailed
to play
2
against.
players with those sheriff shots
Great
and
shot,
makes that
man.
a third. All right, become a hero in the second half. Why not, Koala? He also had a tough go at things on the attack, but now that he's not just cannon fodder getting sent into the sights, he can
What a round.
actually play the
Go on,
game.
mate.
Turns out, pretty sharp shooter. And Furia right back into it.
Yeah, fantastic from Koala. 4K. Another one of those rounds. We had a few of them on Breeze that felt like it just came down to that one man. Let's take a look and marvel. First two are so nice, having the patience to not refract, getting the refresh on that ability. And the wall bang to close things out.
Nice! Let's go! It's winnable!
Would Brimstone...
Hey, you know what?
Dude, why did she laugh there?
Another thing that
I
Colin's
heard
going to
that.
bring into the team. The hope, that glimmer.
Will Brimstone fix DRX?
You gotta have it. Otherwise,
I
what's
mean,
the point?
mate, they need a info centi.
Well, pop flash play over the top. Oh no, Neon just too fast. Okay. Furia still gonna find all these kills down through mid, but now 2 guns been given over. But these players are so low, Mimi.
Oh my.
Surely, the guns being handed to Brock wouldn't make the difference in a round like this.
Full eco.
Yeah, close that door. Now the Vandal.
I'm a little worried.
Marginally worried. Let's not worry too much. Fury are playing together.
That's a
Pretty
good
good to get around the corner.
Doing everything by
He had a
the
great
book.
timing on that, really. They cleared over towards
Fortunately
her.
for them,
They should expect it.
Brock is on a completely different chapter. 3 in the round now, and
Unlucky,
trying to
man.
toy
It's a
with
nice
Basic
try.
bit, but Basic will shut him out of it and just narrowly win this by the thinnest of margins.
Suffice it to say, I was very worried by the end of that round. They came in with literally just classics, and Brock was 1 more bullet away from getting the win. Basic, one of those new additions for the squad, though. Brings it home. It was definitely a shaky round for Fury in more ways than one.
I do think one of the critical things for Fury, if you're trying to project forward, how do you come back here? Well, this next round is kind of the make or break moment.
Want to see
Kills
G2's
off the
take on this
minimap,
map?
but for NRG, they come into this on a
I would
buy,
like to
but they
see
don't have any of their critical ultimates
Vitality,
online right now.
G2.
That could have been a deal breaker.
I would like to see what Anders would play on this,
the
but
operator,
obviously
he's
not in
getting
a team.
posted really far forward.
At least
If you want to
not that I
continue
know of.
the comparisons to a map like Corrode,
Has anyone
you
been
think
watching the
about
Anders stream?
when people are playing a lot of chamber on that
What's
map,
he saying
trying to
for this
get
map?
that forward line outside of B main is something you're always going for.
Putting a lot of pressure here in mid. Koala wants the challenge.
Yeah.
Can't say.
Nice
Oh, he's working
shot.
with a team?
This time
Okay.
connects on Tamada. And because of the forward line on the other side, Fury are fully stacked on this side. And that's a beautiful ultimate. Trying to set up Basic for a kill off of that one. NRG slowed down, completely stalled out. And if they were to rotate back, you know exactly what they're heading into.
So how do they work their way out of this round? Kiko still holding towards Ben, looking for re-aggression from Furia. He doesn't get an opportunity. Furia don't only want to win this round, they want to do it cleanly. Try and get orbs onto Basic if you can. Farm up towards these key ults.
Yeah, losing guns on this round would be kind of the last one probably, where their econ could be difficult, even if they keep the wins coming.
Right here.
This is the round where you win it. All of a sudden you can say winnable with a little bit more gusto, a little bit more confidence, and it's coming online. Just 1 gun plucked away by Scuba. That'll be
does feel
another
doable.
on the other side, doing all the damage he can and still trying to survive at the same time. This operator, though, is out in mid. Shall shut him down. Keep closing down this gap.
Dead?
you're looking
Yeah, I
at
need to watch
Reason,
the
simply
Sen
gonna
demo
come
still. Racco with the tier 1,
One of them
appreciate the
has to be
16
Koala.
months.
He went into this half.
Go 100
At one point in
Thieves?
the game,
Ah, they'll be
1 and
fine
11.
today, surely.
He's turned that now to 9 and 13.
With a shot like that, too.
Had some hugely impactful moments.
The real game to tune in
In
for
these
is
second
whenever
half rounds.
100 Thieves plays Lev, man.
Now
That's
looking
going to
for
be
a
the
little
one.
more.
That one's going to be a great game. A nice early timeout
well,
from Bonka. They're starting
have
to
a little
believe.
timeout
So I
coming
think
in
he
here. And
might even be a
honestly,
reminder maybe to
for
save
like
some
we
of
were
their
talking about
ults,
before that round,
talk about
that
next
was a
round, get an
that broke
eco going.
NRG's economy. I'm seeing right now they're gonna
Maybe
be
plan
loading
ahead,
this
maybe
next
get an
one with
orb so you can get an
Stingers.
ult in that one.
That'll make Fury a whole lot more
100 Thieves are
confident.
playing crew today.
But the problem is now
Could it be in playoffs?
Fury have
Yeah,
to
probably.
keep adapting to what NRG is going to throw at them. But I think that as long as you have Shy continuing to find himself post on forward angles, that game plan has to be very simple for Furia.
Yeah, I do agree. I think also Koala re-aggressing into a lot of this space with his refract timing.
For sure.
I've been really happy with how he's playing that. Basic as well. Played a role in these last few rounds.
If Sen beat
Stats
Loud,
in
are
his
you a
debut against
believer?
Lev were
A believer in what
really
though?
good.
Like,
Ended up
how
losing that
unrealistic
series,
are
but
you with
took a map
expectations?
off of the Masters London champions. And this slide for Furia, it's been 6 matches in a row lost. But it's only been to 3 opponents. And 2 opponents who have been at the top of Americas throughout that one. When you look at
They're not in the
100
same group?
Thieves,
Nah,
when you
they're
look
gonna
at
have to.
NRG, when you look at Leviathan.
Top 4 in playoffs.
That's
Top
good competition.
4 in
Losing
playoffs.
games is
That's hard.
nothing to be ashamed of, especially the way those teams are playing now.
But despite that, they've made significant changes.
It's not,
Only 2
it's not
players
crazy.
from their stage 1
but-
roster reappear today.
I think that's pretty hard
Now
for them to
NRG
do.
knocking on a 3rd victory in a row versus Furia. This
They
round,
gotta be M80 first in
just a
playing.
half buy for them, and well,
Oi.
nice connection
Nice
out
shot,
from
man.
Shy. That is gorgeous.
Yeah, they're
He was
heating
on
up
the
a little
side
bit.
earlier, teleported back up into tower.
Dude,
A quick pivot
the
between
leg.
his weapons. He is just knocking them down as they come in.
One enemy remaining.
It's not without its casualties for Furia, but this is exactly the kind of holds you want to see from them. Not leaving anything to doubt, as 3 will
not bad.
stay alive into the next.
Nice round from Shy and Koala. Talked about it on map 1, but Shy was one of those players who I think really had some struggles in
Think
his
about Fnatic's
first
approach.
match with Furia last week. But here,
It's fine.
even in that lost overtime game to start, had some impactful rounds. This one,
They did some good adaptations like last time they
Yeah,
played.
NRG, they honestly look surprised that the door was open.
They're always going to
They
have
were
a
just
hard time
expecting
on
it to be
attack.
closed already, running out into the site.
this one looks quicker though for NRG. They have big ults this round.
So close to a Brim ult too. We have Paranoia set up. Off from Koala Noob, diving on in, but Brock is so deep he wasn't hit by anything. And now you're out your duelist.
Recon on the
Koala's
back.
been on such a heater in this second half. Been a
Scuba
hero
gets
for Furia.
Perfect timing in this
No longer in
corner.
the picture.
Look at Scuba in mid.
Hunter's Fury now from Brock.
No, he
Art.
missed the shot.
Untouched by it thus far. And you have Calm hiding inside of the site. He is just a rat there that NRG have not found yet. NRG still held at base. Scuba on the other side of the world. So NRG called this hit off in its entirety.
And that chamber is still posted towards the A side of the map. Shy didn't
Where are
end
the
up
sad
getting that
strats?
fight.
Yeah, and
I mean,
Scuba even
Furia
just
at least
broke a
had one on
tripwire
defensive.
on the A site, so Art very aware of this. Teleports over
This
to the
is
other
super
side of the
winnable,
map.
man. Look at this HP.
Held back by a tripwire for now. NRG still have plenty of time. The door has been closed.
And a deep trip means they'll be able to waltz their way into
You missed
the site,
Paper
get a
X's
plant
Summit. It
down
was
for
cool,
sure.
man. They had a good,
Decent plant
did a
to
good
play from
pistol
main.
The orbital
bonus.
strike earned off
First
it.
buy.
And there's only 2 chokes that Furia can push in from. That makes the orbital strike especially deadly.
They fought the most in middle on
And the
defense that
camera
we've seen
on
so
top of
far.
That means Kiko can just pull out his iPad and get ready to strike. There it comes. Down onto the plant. Art is trying to teleport away from it, but Furia are still laying down all 5 members of
That's
NRG.
a big win, man.
It is really starting to come into play.
It's on.
Not only winning a
It is
major
on.
swing round, but look at the ultimates that were spent on that one. Brock, Mata, Kiko. All 3 of those heavy hitters out of the picture now for NRG.
That is the dream for them. That is the absolute dream of a round win to pick off, and it started so poorly.
Any hope for
That
DFM?
dive play
They
caught
should have
off.
won Ascent.
But it's Artson and Comp
But like their
anchoring on
Ascent's
this
actually
site,
like
locking
nice.
things down.
Nice! Let's go! Yeah! Get it, Art! Nice! One round at a
And you can
Vivid
hear
with
they've
the
been
Prime.
hyping
Appreciate
it
the
up. They've been
22 months.
trying
Thank
to
you for
sell
that.
this to themselves the whole time, but you can hear that belief in their voices now, especially for Calm.
So,
His comeback
chill if you
feels
have
real.
a Brim, is that not just to
There's
run
another
some
hurdle.
faster strats
Another
as well
gun
on
round for
attack?
NRG to try and stunt the momentum.
Like your
5
B
in a
split
row
must be pretty
After
decent.
losing the pistol for Furia. And they're back up into A main, really trying to
How's
fight
the door insta close this
over the
defense?
mains. And I think NRG have identified that. Mata's just come directly behind the drone, but that means it's an easy Hunter's
Oh.
Fury. Mata in a
a
straight
good line from
line,
Com.
boxed in with nowhere to go. Now it's NRG's turn to play around without a duelist.
They don't have control of either of the extremities on this map. And Fury is not giving them too much of anything. Calm only now using that drone to re-clear space. Fury comfortable to just hold the lines that they have.
Still, the A side is where I feel like things could break down a little bit more
Mate,
easily.
that is a close one.
Damage.
Calm gets pushed away from this angle.
Kiko goes close over
Furia
towards
still have a
mid.
chamber trip. The Kiko
Here's
will
the
heal on
trips.
the
It
other
kind of
side
works
this
out where they
wall.
wanted to close the door. Mate, I didn't realize he's an
area, so I
iPad
like how
gamer.
NRG
Look
is
at this.
calling this
Look
round. Break
at
the
this
trip,
monitor
feign the
tilt.
pressure of a split on the B side, and regroup back into A.
30
All it
seconds
takes is a
left.
clean kill onto Art, and this site should start to fall over.
Knife is good. That'll
Oh,
reveal
that's
two.
a grip. Mate, that's a nice
flash
knife.
behind
Like,
it.
it's the whole of sight.
Scuba
Even crouch to
at
the back,
front
maybe.
Of the pack, trying to run on in here, setting up for Artson, but the kill
I
not
did
there.
add a flash
Still,
into this,
into
and
the
that's-
corner is Art. Down he
that's
goes
a-
with just 10
a
seconds
disgusting
left.
A hit that you
An
could
upgrade to be
spam.
found. Even numbers in this post plant now. As that shock just misses.
Hey, I could get on board with the KO on this map.
On Ethan's back. Pulls out the null command to stall for just a moment. As Kiko takes control. Back into Link. And a barrel spotted. It's just so simple for Scuba. This round they had to get real creative. NRG's calling to find a way through it. But now Shy and Basic are on opposite sides
What a
of this
shot.
site. And it's just an operator too. Just the pistol! And that might be just what he needs.
No
Shy,
time.
the clock, there's just no time for it. He would need the fight and it's just too little too late.
A nice shot.
Shy
though.
has to
Man,
run
he went
away and
super
watch
late on
the
this.
round count up from
Very,
11 to
very
12.
late.
It's series point for NRG.
And it's off a 4-on-5 round. It was another perfect opener for Furia, picking the duelist from NRG. But NRG called the right round. Feigned presence towards B, broke the drip. And then Furia's positioning here. I think it's so hard to actually try and hard anchor these close
What
angles in the
the
A site.
hell was
One
that?
knife, one molly, any piece of
Exactly.
utility completely reveals you in that space.
And the knife catches him, so that's why he can't put down another dark cover and just stall and play for time or teleport
Mate.
away. You're just stuck.
They're
These
acting like
little
those just a normal
moments,
shot.
the
That was
micro that's
madness.
making the difference in a lot of rounds. But I think there it's really approach on this new map with these new angles, trying to play these hard anchor positions that look good on paper and so quickly work
Yeah,
against
Bonka will
you, whether
take
you're on
this.
attack or defense.
Hey,
Trying
with
to
how
hold
that
A
A
site
hit
is
looked,
so
Yeah.
difficult.
You get a good flash into this one
Now-
over the top.
Now this is an interesting timeout. Coming
You
off
can
the
spam
round
the
when
hell out of that.
NRG called their
That
final
knife's really
timeout,
good.
because they just need one more round. It's Bonkar's time to come in here and try to come up with a distinct plan to win this one. I think one big learning from that round is that even after losing the early player, they still had a lot of space afforded to them. Through mid, you had Kiko going for a solo lurk into B Link and breaking the trip. There's a lot of space given on A. I think just creating some question marks around mid could cause Furia to fall apart in the mid round, because remember, they're playing with much less information, reliable information, because they don't have
What
the
did he
Cypher in the
see from
Exactly.
this?
I think the other
He
big
saw
key
the
is
door
once you know where that
insta-close and he
chamber is,
saw a
it's
trip
almost
here.
always
So does that mean they're
going
going
to
to
be
take
on that
this
other
space
side,
very
no
early for
presence
free?
forward in the mains.
I would be tempted to,
Furia's
if I was
almost always
Furia,
been
to hide,
only
have
aggressive
like a
in the
higher
lane,
lower at
has
mid to
that
punish
chamber
them,
there
because they're
later in
coming for
rounds.
mid.
Yeah.
They have
They
the
might see
higher,
something
but
right
not
at
the
the
lower.
beginning, but they'll give it up. That's where Koala is. Interesting angle for Artson. Boosted up here, can just see over
Lose
the
mid or
right
in
corner
reaction
of that
drone
smoke.
over towards the sides, but cameras just can lay clear this. Yeah, they did a good job to shoot that camera.
NRG with 4 players going through B main.
Brock's a little
Now
lucky
after
there.
fully grouped, they're just going to look to exec.
Door closed in top mid. And NRG
It's
wastes
nice from
not a
Bonka.
moment.
Super simple. Create
Lana now
pressure,
pinged out a couple of times by
insta send. Yeah,
the recon dart. And that could be some trouble, but Artson's just into the side alone. Ethan's just knocking people down
he
one by
wrecked him.
one. No support behind it whatsoever. Now Koala Noob.
this was one of the advantages
Caught
of
trying
having the
to
brim. They
dash
can
out of the
create
site.
pressure over towards
Still
middle, and then they
sticks
can
around.
insta hit the other side with the
That's
triple
where he'll
smoke.
lie. Shy, the last
One
one alive.
smoke,
As NRG,
blocks off the timing over towards
Stop
short.
any
That's
forward
enough pressure.
momentum from
Sights
Furia.
are weak.
their summit still looking strong.
Good. It's so simple, but it's like,
Struggled here
mate, that's
on
like
the
the kind of
attack
strat that
side.
is so meta at the moment.
But came up with the right solutions
The
in these last
simplest
couple of
thing.
rounds to see
it's just
this
so
one
nice.
through a flawless finish to Summit and a 2-0 for NRG.
All right, I mean,
Great
it,
look from them
you
on
can
this
kind
map.
of see the Furia locked it
Whenever
down
anyone
on
else
their
finished the pool, it was
scrims on
Corrode
defense for
in the lead
sure.
up to them winning champions in Paris with Summit here in stage 2.